Hi, everybody. This is Jimmy, and you're reading with Jimmy. This is the 10-minute quick take breakdown of The Mask by Guy de Maupassant, subtitled by Jimmy Vanity, Reality, and the Collapse of Illusion. Ready? Welcome, everybody. What if I told you that beneath the smooth surface of charm and beauty lies a desperate attempt to deny the march of time, of getting older and older and older? Well, that's The Mask by Guy de Maupassant, a haunting, sharp, deeply personal story of someone who just doesn't want to get old. I wonder who that is, huh? I mean, who does, right? So this guy does things to fool himself and others about his age. That's Jimmy. This is Jimmy's quick take about The Mask, and we're going to examine it in 10 minutes before you read it with me. Hopefully, even if you read it with me, this is a good review. Let's dance, shall we? What's the story here? Well, there's a lavish mask ball full of people, all types of people, swirling music, laughter. It's a great opening. Who are the main characters? Well, we have a doctor, we have the masked dancer, Ambrosi, and his wife, Madeline, who's not at the dance, unfortunately, as we find out. So, what's the plot? Well, it's a crowded mask ball. There's a dazzling young dancer who's Ambrosi, but he's behind a mask. You don't know who he is till later when the doctor takes him home. He captivates the room with his vitality and charm, but then he suddenly falls unconscious. A doctor shows up who was a professor at the medical school, and with great effort, because it was really, that mask was really tied to his whole face and neck, he reveals an aged, worn out old man. He takes the old man home and he hears from Madeline, his wife, about their life together. That's the story inside a story. It's a fantastic, heartwarming tale of love, dreams, selfishness, human passion. And what's the deal, right? Why Guy de Maupassant? Why do we use this short but powerful story? Why should we read it today? To explore powerful emotions. And the most important reason why you read this story: fear of aging. I think everybody has that, right? I don't want to die, right? So, what is the fear of aging? Who wants to live to be 110? Do you really? Besides, you can't outrun Father Time. So, how are you dealing with aging? Remember, we read classics to see how other people lead their lives and how to lead our own. Social masks. It's called the mask for a reason, but the mask is not just a physical mask. The whole mask motif mirrors the masks that we wear in society today, don't we? Don't we? Or do we not wear masks? Do we pretend to be what we are not? Are we hiding our true selves? What do you think? What is the reality of us? Are we what our friends say we are what we say ourselves to ourselves? And then the cruelty of society. Because when you read this story with Jimmy, I want you to watch the other people's reaction at the ball. I want you to listen closely to the dancer's wife as she tells the doctor about their life together. And we read to see how others lead their lives. So I want you to really read this with me. I don't know if we can blame this old man for trying to dance just one more night to regain his youth, Oh, just give me one more night. The bigger question is, do you feel compassion for him? Do you feel compassion? Some of the themes: vanity versus self deception, right? The old man's mask isn't just a physical one. We all wear masks, don't we? Don't we? Do we pretend to be what we're not to be? Are we really what we, other people that, for example, other people we love, are we really what they see in us? Or do we hide some secret like this guy did? Society's superficiality, the crowd's quick turn from admiration. This guy was dancing a storm, and then they find out he's an old man, and they're kind of like speechless. Does the doctor take pity on him, on Ambrosi? You're going to be the judge when you read it with Jimmy. And finally, the tragedy of time. Is it time a tragedy? Someone told me once, you're born, you live, you die. That's true of everyone. But what is it about time? There used to be a radio show. I forgot the name of the radio show, but it started out, "It's later than you think." How long do you pretend to be something you're not? Huh? Why does this matter today? Why does this story matter? Well, we live in an image obsessed world. Look around you. Everything is image, right? Look at advertising. It shapes perceptions, right? That perception is reality. We reach for images of others, of ourselves. What's a heaven for? Robert Browning said that, a man's reach must exceed his grasp. Else what's a heaven for? Well, if your reach exceeds your grasp, you become neurotic, right? If you can't attain your goal, you become neurotic, and that's not a good thing. Age is feared and hidden, aging, unless you're running commercials like Elmer for his vitamins, right? Immuno stuff, right? Aging is a disease, someone said recently. Is it? Or is it just part of life? Besides, what is life? What does living mean to you? What does it mean to live life to its fullest? Is it just about wisdom, dignity? Have you read the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius with me on my website? Appearances deceive. No kidding. Well, things aren't always like they seem, are they? Why do people tell you what they tell you? Why do they, why do you tell them what you tell them? Are you comfortable in your own skin? If you're reading this with me, why are you reading this? To learn how other people lead their lives? I hope so, because I didn't pick these stories for nothing. You're not going to find these dime novels on this story. Compassion is rare, isn't it? Did Ambrosie's wife really feel compassion for him? Did she help him or did she hinder him? What is compassion? And what about him? Did he feel anything for Madeline, his wife? Or was it always about me, 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 me? Masks that we wear are real. Introspection is real. Looking into yourself, trying to find out who you really are. Admitting yourself to yourself. Oh boy, is that hard, isn't it? I'm a jerk. Did you ever tell yourself that? I tell, I've told myself that many times when I screw up, right? Boy, what a jerk. So now what? Well, ladies and gentlemen, everyone has a story, and this is just one story of the many, many stories. So calling all readers. That's the mask in 10 minutes. It's a little longer when I read the whole story to you, but I invite you to come on down and read it with me. You're already on my website. Read it with me, readingwithjimmy.com. You can go to YouTube and listen to it and read it with me. Some people take walks with their dogs and listen to me like a podcast. I don't care. Just listen and think. These stories are designed to make you think. When I read The Mask, I'm going to pull back the layers, discover the truth about what's beneath the surface. And I want you to think about this. What mask do you think people most fear losing? What do you mean, Jimmy? Well, if we're all pretending to be something we're not, or we're many people, you know that there's a psychology that says we're more than one person, right? That doesn't mean you're schizophrenic. It means that your personality is very, very, very complex. And you are many, 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 many things, right? Do you know anybody that's consistent, always the same? That's called a catalyst, right? The catalyst changes everything around them, but doesn't change himself or herself. Are you a catalyst? What is a mask anyway? Thanks for coming down and reading this quick take for 10 minutes. And remember, it's on YouTube. It's also on my website. You have access to hundreds of hours now of literature and analysis. Don't just read the stories, read the analysis. And for The Mask, it's all in one place. One reading, one analysis. It's a short story, one of the best ever told. Thank you for coming. And remember, well, think about this. When do you take off your mask? Do you ever take off your mask? I'm not going to answer that question for you. That's for you to answer. Do you ever take off your mask.